What's up guys, Specstar here today with a very special video that me and some friends have worked hard on. It is top 5 Sky body bags, and for those of you who don't know, Sky is a draft league player. You may know him from Hive, you may know him from LD, but most likely you don't know him at all. And to remedy that, I've got Sky facts to introduce the man here. And why has Sky been chosen for top 5 Sky body bags? Well, one, he is pretty funny guy in his reactions. Two, he's a fairly decent player with a very large habit to get body bagged. I joke that this could have very easily been a top 30 Sky body bags, but you know, that might have taken too much time. And let me quote the ageless Sugar Hill gang. So far, you've heard my voice, but I brought 3 friends along. That's right, I've got 3 co-hosts who are each going to be helping me commentate a battle. I'm going to have links to all their channels in the description if you like what you see, or even if you don't, go subscribe anyway. Am I right? Why not? Oh, but anyway, here are Sky facts. He has never lost a matchup that was not unwinnable. He has, in his draft league career, 130 wins and 30 losses, and that is, of course, coming from him. He did not once shat his pants in the school gymnasium. That is something that he assured me did not ever happen. And he has killed more leagues than bad leadership. And I asked him below for a quote, you may see it. He said, "I only lost to money guy, hacks, and bad players, so that may be something else you don't know about him." So the way we're gonna do this is I am going to do number 5, and then my friends will take numbers 2, 3, 4. After I do number 5, you guys will see them, I'll cut to them, and then I'll come back to finish off with number 1. So, here we go. Without further ado, let's get the first Sky body bag on. Now, let me fix this. I got the angle screwed up here, but right now, I have got Sky versus Specstar, and if you follow my channel, you may have already seen this video before. This is going to be week 1 of Farm, and I'm going to be taking on Sky. So, let's see how this unfolds. The number 5 Sky body bag. He's going to lead Coco, and then the anonymous handsome player he's facing will lead Donphan. He's gonna go right for Hidden Power Ice and trip its weakness policy as it rock polishes up turn 1, and then proceeds to kill his Coco through the Shookaberry. Shookaberry didn't exactly do its job there. Next he'll bring in the Seismitoad, which will only drop to the Seed Bomb. And next he will bring in his Scizor, which will go for a Bullet Punch, get some nice chip, but then eventually drop to a Fire Fang. And then he will bring in his Mienshao, which is going to click Fake Out. Nope, did not have Fake Out. Ask Sky why. Then he is going to bring in his Char-X. It is turn 1 Mega, so he will be forced to bite that EQ. And then Roserade will come in and die, and he will lose this one 6-0. And that is the number 5 Sky body bag. So, you guys, I'm gonna move on to my friends, and I hope to see you beautiful audience later with number 1.
Guys, this is Saint, and here I'm bringing you guys something for my good pal Specstar. I'm covering the top whatever it is beatdowns that poor King Sky here has suffered. And here I've been assigned to cover one of the most iconic moments in Sky's career, Money Guy 9559 versus the real King Sky, league war between Hive Guido and the GSA. As you can see, pretty interesting teams. I know Eon's covered this game before, but you know, never hurts to bring back a classic. And shout out to my good pal Specs for letting me do this for him. Pretty interesting teams, especially like obviously since it's a league war, you get free draft, you get to stack up with whatever you need. Money has Lando, Serp, I believe it's Megazam, I'm not positive. Infernape, Hydreigon, and Scizor, and Sky has, I believe, Zard Y, Coco, Uniclus, Silvally, Pexpharaoh. So a very, very cool team by both sides. Let's go ahead and hop right into the game. So, as you can see, Money leads with the Ape on the Coco, and here he's going to just go straight for the rocks, which leads me to believe this is probably like a Sash Ape or something. Sky just made the safe play going into the Pex. Didn't want this to be scarfed, I assume. Here, Money's going to go into the Scizor on a Scald, which leads me to believe he was predicting either Toxic or he doesn't mind being burned. He's going to U-turn out here into the Hydreigon as our Sky reveals Ice Beam, and that does 2% to what I assume is like a very bulky Hydreigon to check Zard. Here he's going to show the Taunt on the Cocos and double into the Silvally as Money goes right back into Scizor. Money's going to go hard into the Infernape on the Silvally's default. Obviously he wants to keep the rocks up for the Zard, doesn't want to let Zard come in for free at any point. As here, after a few exchanges, Infernape was able to get rocks up. And once again, Money goes into the Scizor on the Silvally. Silvally's going to go for the default here, proving that it's pretty fast, or the Scizor is pretty slow. But Infernape is able to come right back in and get the rocks up. And because rocks has more PP than defog, eventually this Infernape will always be able to keep rocks up in this 1v1 scenario. As you can see, Sky eventually has the parting shot out. He's going to go into the Coco, just try to get some more faster pressure. Obviously the electric resists are Serp and Lando, but here he actually goes for the Calm Mind, which is a really interesting play. As you can see, the +1 Thunderbolt is not going to be able to finish off the Scizor. And Money Guy is able to chase out the Coco and force in the Zard. Here he's going to hard search into the Hydreigon, which leads me to believe this is likely definitely very bulky to answer the Zard Y. Obviously a big threat Zard Y can be, as Hydreigon is going to go for the Dark Pulse here, and it does a fair amount, but obviously Zard is able to roost up on these Dark Pulses. But Hydreigon reveals Toxic, so really solid prep. As you can see, Sky's best move to hit the Hydreigon is actually Air Slash, not Focus Blast or Dragon Pulse or anything like that, which means that this Hydreigon is going to be like a hard counter no matter what. Goes into Pex here. This is an obvious taunt. I believe Sky just goes for the Skull, trying to fish for the burn. Yeah, as you can see, this is doing absolutely nothing. And I believe he just goes for the Dark Pulse this turn. Yeah, he just go for the Dark Pulse again. Once again, Money Guy is just trying to really put on some pressure. And I mean, Sky's main way of breaking this is the Tapu Koko, which will never really get a free switch in, despite this being like probably not a very like offensively invested Hydreigon. So yeah, this bulky Hydreigon is going to basically shut down his entire Wall Core, plus Reuniclus to an extent, and it's never going to let Zard in for free. So here, Hydreigon's able to go for the taunt, I believe. Yeah, as Coco comes in aggressively, but I mean, this Coco is really getting worn down, and Serp is able to come in as he catches the Coco on the double. But again, once again, the Scizor is able to come in for free, get the roost up, as Sky just goes for the Leech Seed, and U-turn out for free, take a little bit of Iron Barbs, but he's able to bring in the Infernape on the Iron Defense, which is really interesting tech, but I believe at this range it still dies. No, actually it lives next to the Iron Defense and the Aqua Berry, and it's able to get a Leech Seed off. Not quite sure what this is for, honestly. This feels like a little bit of a lame or like a ineffective gimmick, but whatever works really. As you can see, Infernape's getting worn down pretty well. It goes into Scizor. Sky doubles into the Coco, trying to get some recovery. But as you can see, the Bullet Punch is able to just pick off the Coco, which means that Sky's going to go right out into the Zard. Obviously, Money has shown that his main response to this is always going to be Hydreigon. At this point, it's pretty much game over. Uniclus will have to beat both Scizor along with the rest of Money's team to have a chance, and Sky needs this flinch 100%, which he doesn't get, which means that this is going to die to the poison, and Hydreigon basically shuts down everything at this point. Goes into the Uniclus, but Money obviously playing safe, just predicts the Signal Beam or the Focus Blast, and well, Lando's just gonna click Earthquake, knock out the Pharaoh. Uniclus comes in, takes the Earthquake, gets crit. Don't know if it mattered. Probably couldn't have killed anyways. And yeah, this guy's just gonna forfeit. So that is another 6-0. I don't know if this is the first game or second game, but it is a 6-0 for Money in the series that defines Sky's career, the League War. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up, and let's Backstar do the rest. See you guys next time.
Alright, we are here for the next body bag, the real King Sky, rocking a 13-game win streak right now. And can he continue this here? Can he body bag his opponent? Of course he can, because it's Sky, probably lucked out all 13 games. So it's a Brock's turn 1, trying to chip that Volcarona. But alas, Sky does not know the power that which he is about to get hit with. Conkeldurr comes in, and this Conkeldurr is about to just put a thorn in the side of Sky, because Sky does not know the power of any single Pokemon here. He thinks he's fancy, dodging this EQ with the Hydreigon, but little does Sky know that this Conkeldurr's got a little something under its pillar. Goes into the Buzzwole, getting the Drain Punch recovery. But here is where the heat is revealed, the power is revealed. Conkeldurr goes for the HP flying, doing a massive 7% to the Tapu Koko. And Sky shook. Sky is switching all over the place right now. He's got nothing for this Conkeldurr. What's he going to do? He's going to Drain Punch the Conkeldurr. 32. What does the HP flying do? Much more than that. 47 on that Buzzwole. And Sky is shook as right now. He's about to sack one of his major Pokemon. So he shook, and the Drain Punch goes right off on the Mew. Mew's going to take that no problem, and fearing the Will-O-Wisp, he goes right back into that burned Hydreigon. Those rocks are off the field. Volcarona is safe for now. And this Hydreigon is here going to go for the Dark Pulse, but very good play by Dawn to go into the Tentacle, take that no problem, and now he's free to go straight for the Sludge Bomb, doing 45 to the Hydreigon. And Sky, being lucky, some karma comes back to bite him as the Sludge Bomb gets a high roll. Hydreigon's out of here, and surprised Sky didn't rage quit at that point or complain in the chat. But anyways, he sets up his Stealth Rocks again because he's unaware that Mew has already used Defog. Tried to stack those rocks probably. Goku comes in, takes the Wisp, and what's he going to do? He's going to click a Z move so the Mew lives. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to waste his Z move, and Mew's going to live that. Guess what? Rocks are gone. And Sky thought he was probably good for... He thought he was good for getting rid of this Mew. But alas, he goes for the HP Water on the Camerupt. But little does he know that Dawn is just preparing the Volcarona sweep here, as Sky's switch-ins are exactly 0 Pokemon. Didn't even bring a switch-in. He's got no Z-move anymore. And did someone say GG in the chat? Oh, yes, they did. That is Genius X. And Sky is lucking out here as he dodges the Fire Blast. Typical Sky there. And the wheelchairs can begin. Type Ricardo, type wheelchair in the chat. Here we go. Easily predicts the Protect and subs up. And the Savage Spin Out going to completely obliterate this Licky Licky. And all 0 of Sky's switch-ins are going to drop here. So Sky's 13-game win streak. Repeat that, 13-game win streak is over as he is tossed by this +1 Volcarona. Not even +2 or +3. Just a straight up +1 Volcarona sweep. That's why you don't use your Z move early, and that is why you don't ask Sky for advice.
Hey guys, what's up? Blitz here. So today I have a very good game here from Sky and Money Guy. We're gonna watch King Sky in action and just watch how great of a player he really is. Team matchup. Sky is incorporating a new strategy, it looks like, where when you're facing a landed T, you bring all grounded Pokemon, and not even a grass type that resists, or a bug type. So I think Sky's strategy here is maybe just throw off Money. He's going to incorporate this new strategy into his game and see if it actually works. You never know. Sky could just be throwing for playoffs. You never know. Could be one of his friends to make it instead of him, and maybe he's too busy with real life commitments. But either way, we're going to hop right in here. So Money's going to lead with the Infernape here. Probably a good lead here. Scarfape with U-turn would be nice. He's going to lead Garchomp. Not really sure why he switches there. HP Ice would not kill the Garchomp. But anyways, he gets the Will-O-Wisp off in the Toxapex. He gets up his rocks. Toxapex is going to go for the Scald. Does about 53. Pretty good play there from Sky. Best play of the game that he will probably make. And right here, he can go into the Hydreigon here, as he goes Ferrothorn on the Infernape. But here, let's just put this out there. So Infernape was in. Here, let's go back. Infernape is in. And, yeah, so let's go Stealth Rock, Scald, whatever. This man, the Infernape is sitting there, and he decides to go Ferrothorn. Great play. Very good play. By the way, he's going to go Hydreigon here. Slack Off could have been a play there from the Infernape. But, you know, Sky predicts as a Slack Off. Goes Pharaoh. And then Pharaoh gets taunted here. Goes for the T-Wave on the Hydreigon. That's not going to work, because, but it's alright. Sky still has this in the bag. He has the Gyro Ball. Does 46 to Hydreigon. That's damage right there. But right here, Hydreigon could just roost up. Sky's going to go out into Greninja. And now his Hydreigon is back at full health. So now, Sky's going to go into the Coco here, as Scizor is going to come in. So this is a free U-turn here for Mega Scizor. Sky goes for U-turn. Great play. Big chip damage right there. U-turn out right here for Mega Scizor. Going to go into the Toxapex right there. And now in comes Landorus. So as you can see right here, we're going to look at Sky's team. I have a Coco, a Toxapex, a Reuniclus, a Pharaoh, a Grant, and a Garchomp. If anybody can spot the ground resist, that would be great. Or, you know, a ground immunity, a flying type, a levitator. Yeah, no. I don't think Sky might have prepped for the wrong team here. Usually when your opponent has a round 1 Landorus Therian, you should probably bring a ground immunity. But no, Sky goes out into Garchomp right here. Garchomp's going to take this EQ. Yeah, that's good resist right there, 57%. He's going to go for the sub here, expecting the switch out. But either way, he's just going to EQ again, as this Garchomp can't do anything to kill Lando. Goes for the Z water, doesn't even kill. And there goes Garchomp. Now, he's going to go Pharaoh. But Pharaoh's going to die. Pharaoh dies to that Tectonic Rage. Great play again from Sky right there. Scouting for it. You know, didn't want anything else to die. He's going to go Mega Scizor here. Money is. Great play. Ice Beam does almost an OHKO. 13%. He needs to hit a few more of those, and he might get it to down to 70%. Does have the HP Fire, but he lives, and U-turn kills. So a great play there by Sky, getting off the chip damage. Superior is going to come in and quickly storm. And as you can tell, his His Ferrothorn was kind of this resist as well, and he kind of just stacked that off, so Sky's playing really well right now. He's probably at his peak form. Scarf Leaf Storm, though, looks like he's going to kill. But Sky's still looking in a good position. He's just going to go for the dodge right here with Rediclus. But he actually gets hacked. Right here, we're just going to talk about those hacks right there. Sky had a solid 10% chance right there to dodge that. So Money Guy just out here hacking him as hard as he possibly could. So Sky really lost his game to hacks. But either way, he's going to come in here with Toxapex. Toxapex is also going to try to dodge this and go for the haze. But again, once again, Money with the big hacks. So really, this is the Bodybags video, but really it could just be called the Sky Gets Hacks video. As you can tell in this game, Sky heavily outplayed Money Guy, and just pure hacks on Money's part to win the game. So yeah, poor Sky, you know, plays so well. Like, that was probably one of the better played games I've ever seen in my life, and just not rewarded. So sucks to be him, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
Hello again, guys. I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed my friends and co-hosts here. I want to thank them for their contributions. Check out their channels, links in the description. Hit that sub button, it's free. Why not? Anyway, before I get to my #1 Sky body bag, I've got one short honorable mention I thought I should include here. And this is going to be an OU match between Sky and I believe it's pronounced Zern, as he's told me. So, let's see how this thing goes. You see Zern is rocking what appears to be, I don't even know what the hell it is, a reptile team? Zygarde's based on a Doberman, so I don't know. Oh yeah, I bet he had to demote. I bet when Zygarde 50% got banned, he had to demote. But anyway, we'll see how this match transpires against Sky and what looks like what was the most standard OU team on the planet 3 months ago. Is Landorus, he's going to pick up the first KO with a nice Sky Strike, and then here comes Superior, which is going to drop the thing with a Leaf Storm. It's going to get some nice grassy terrain damage. Torn will come in, and he is going to click a very inaccurate move and get glared, and some might say that's a joke. Some might say when you run Hurricane you risk this. Now it's almost guaranteed he won't land because it's inaccurate and he's paralyzed, so he will have to U-turn out. Serp now at 3 times. Serp's gonna switch out into the Zydobe, which will break any auras in town. It will get trapped by the Tran, which will then protect. Zygarde is showing to also be Glare, so that may be a theme with this team. Zygarde will go for another Glare on the Sexy Pesky, which will bring in Arbok, the Toxapex counter, which Zygarde is not. Arbok will switcheroo the Choice Scarf to Pex and then obtain the Black Sludge, as Tornadus comes in, immaculately predicting the Earthquake, only to get dropped by Gunk Shot. Toxapex will come back in, and Heliolisk will be the switch-in. Pex is going to get paralyzed on what I'm quite sure was a Scald. It will be Volt Switch, which does a nice 0, as Arbok absorbs the other T-Spike. Pex is going to lock itself into Recover. He's content in his very own Sky way to just lock in and continue clicking Recover. Zern will immaculately predict his switch in and click Gunk Shot. This is what makes the body bag, folks, those kind of plays. He will have to sack off his Zydobe here, and the Superior will come in to click Glare, as he has been doing this game. Barely surviving an Ice Beam, only to get frozen. You see Sky haxing in this game. He's a very lucky player, but Zern will fortunately be able to Leaf Storm twice, and our hero will be able to take out the Latias. Then Heatran will come in. It's gonna get glared, as his team has been. and fully paralyzed. It is now going to get subbed up on, and imagine being able to land a Magma Storm while paralyzed. Sky truly is lucky. And then he will be smacked with a Leaf Storm, and then get fully paralyzed. Another one will do much more, and imagine landing a Magma Storm while paralyzed. The luck never stops with this one. But Arbok will come in to throw off an Earthquake. Scarf Pex is going to be the switch-in on this Earthquake. And Arbok will throw off another EQ, and with some rolls, take the thing out. Next will come in the Bulu, which is the Arbok counter. It switches out to Heatran. I see our hero is trying to establish mitigation to the damage from Earthquake with the terrain. Arbok will go for an Earthquake, still do some pretty good damage, but Heatran is now definitely in range of another Earthquake. It will get paralyzed here. I imagine it clicked Protect if it was moving first. That is pretty much all it could be. He needed to get quite a few. You'll notice if you see the chat on this, which would involve too much adjusting in my screen, but he needed to get off a few protects in a row while paralyzed, and he got paralyzed on the first protect attempt, which meant nothing unless he got a few, but still he worked up the heart to complain about bad luck. And Arbok is about to wrap this game up with Gunk Shot. So imagine losing with a standard OU team to Arbok. That's what makes a Sky body bag. But you know what? This is all noise. Are you guys ready for the #1 all-time Sky body bag? Get a drum roll going. And the #1 Sky body bag is Sky versus John W. in DPL. And if you want to see what makes a #1 Sky body bag, let's get this show on the road. John will lead off with Clef, Sky, Laddie. He'll get some Calm Minds up, only to get paralyzed. That Pokemon is now almost ruined. He gets a crit because lucky players, and Clef will lose quite a bit of health. Latios will avoid paralysis and take out the Clef, as Greninja comes in and clicks Night Slash because that is a set. It will start setting up spikes now, which do not look good for our antagonist here, who does not seem that much for removal except for a paralyzed Latios. John will go into Mew, and then Sky, remaining lucky, will get a Gunk Shot, not only landing but poisoning. Latios will come in on the Mew, only to get knocked, and Mew will finish the thing with another knockoff. Mew will take a bit of damage to the poison, and Lopunny, the Mew counter, will come in, and then switch out into Ferrothorn, as John will bring in Skarmory. Skarmory sets up a sub in front of Ferrothorn, which is going to try to block it, and Skarm will begin setting up Sword Stances, as Sky will reveal to be the block Ingrain Ferrothorn. He will now begin cursing up as Skarm continues to Sword Stance, so we've got a little match of setup here, only for Skarm to do 80% to the Ferrothorn. clean bit of damage. Skarmory will now roost to get some health back, just to make sure it's nice and healthy enough for the rest of the team. It throws off another Brave Bird here, and it will take down the Ferrothorn. Then Piloswine, the Skarmory counter, will come in. Ice Shard does not come close to breaking the sub. It's going to throw off another Ice Shard, which also does not break the sub, as our hero will go for the Roost. He will then again resub, predicting the sub to get broken by priority. Great plays by John W., a true MVP and hero in the Draft League community. Toxapex will come in, only to find out it is not the answer to this Skarmory. Clef will come in and also get dropped by a Brave Bird. And then Mega Lopunny will come in and go for a nice little fake out, set up the weak armor, only to get dropped by a Brave Bird. Now notice if the Lopunny immediately clicked High Jump Kick, it probably could have taken out the Scarm because it was not speed boosted, but it instead went for the fake out to trigger its weak armor. And that, folks, is what makes a Sky body bag. So, do you guys got any Sky body bag stories to tell? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got a few great gentlemen who put in effort and contributions to this, so I hope you guys liked as much. Remember to check out my co-stars, as you can find them in the description. And all that's left to say is I want to thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a non-Sky day.